Okay, thanks for bearing with me. I don't know. I'm good at talking, but recording, no. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for being here. For those of you that don't know me, I think everybody knows me here, but if you're watching this call as a recording, my name is Carly. I have been a coach for about 7 years. I'm a Star Diamond coach, and I am in a very interesting season in my life. I'm a single mother. I have some freelance jobs that I do, but I freaking love this business, and it has changed me from the inside out. I don't actually know where I would be in my life right now if I didn't have all of you and this fucking opportunity. Anybody, can I get an amen? Like, what would we be doing right now, right? So tonight I wanted to share something with you. They asked me, Amanda and Lindsay, who kind of adopted me, by the way. I started my business with a coach, but she no longer coached. And I just knew that I saw an opportunity with this company. And I was like, I gotta get somebody who knows this business and somebody that can help me. So I think one of the biggest things that you can do for yourself is never be afraid to ask for help. Lindsay and Amanda asked me to host this call, and I would say I'm not in this huge place where I'm like crushing my coaching business. So if you're not right now, this is really gonna help you. And that's okay, more importantly. It is okay to go through any season. And the one thing that I want to share with you tonight is that I want to share with you how to make an impact in any season of your life. So, with that being said, we all know the 4 seasons, right? And so basically, to break it down, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about the 4 seasons, how they intertwine into your life, and some practices that you can do in any season. And that they're not going to be in order like they are in real life. So the first thing I want to talk about is that right now there's a full moon, and I am pretty spiritual. I wasn't always this way. I grew up and was raised like Catholic. So if I'm getting a little bit woo-woo on you, it's okay. I'm still a person. Just because we might have different beliefs does not mean that this doesn't apply to you. It's actually more like science-based than anything. So I asked this question before I started recording. I said, is anybody out there feeling like drained right now? And if you are, that's okay. You know, as you are going through life, most of you are parents, really busy people. You know, you're working several jobs. And we just went through a major freaking shift in our life, a global pandemic, you guys. There are so many opinions out there. There's so many things that our bodies and our minds are trying to fight. So what you may not realize is that there's a lot of things draining you, and most people just think it's lack of sleep. Like, how many of you out there get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep all the time? You don't, right? But even if you are, there's times where you're still gonna feel drained. And sleep is important, but it does not restore us entirely. It just doesn't. And I never knew this, right? Because I was like, well, what do you mean? And I'm an energy person, and I talk more about this stuff, but being out of sync. Hi, Ava. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, can you help me open my vitamins?
Yeah.
Can I close it by myself?
Sure. Here you go. Okay. I'm going to be on the call, okay? You can finish watching your show. That's my daughter. She's 4. So back to what I was saying. If there's at any point where I was talking about sleep and feeling restored from sleep. So what I was going to say is that, like, you can't just be restored from sleep. There's lots of things that are, you know, derailing us from feeling completely restored. And most of that comes from accepting where we are in the season of life that we're in. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Being out of sync with your season in life is really going to deplete you. All right, so there's 4 seasons we know: summer, fall, winter, spring. I'm going to go over them all and kind of what they represent in life, but in nature too. There's something called Ayurvedic medicine. Has anybody ever heard of this? Yeah, out there? Okay. Well, like science says, and there's this guy named Huberman Lab that I follow. I'm a big personal development junkie because I'm in the season of spring a lot where I love to learn. But this type of like practice is huge. So I want to let you know that one thing, if you're feeling out of balance in any season of life, I want you to know that your body chemically goes through a process of circadian rhythms. So if you are ever feeling out of balance at any rate, it might have something to do with your sleep. It might have something to do with how often you're on your phone or how much time you're putting into yourself or others. But one of the things that you can do naturally that I didn't know is you can go at least 1 to 2 days a week and reset completely your body and your mind by spending a day getting up and watching the sunrise and the sunset. And the reason for that is because there's retinas in our eyes where we can regulate our bodies and our nervous systems through nature, through life. Like when they tell you that you need to get out in nature more, this is not a lie, you guys. Scientifically, most of the time, we're always like, oh, we need more sleep. We need to, eat more greens, whatever like that. No, it has a lot to do with something called circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms is something you want to Google. It's something you want to learn about Ayurvedic medicine. Some of this stuff might sound completely foreign to you, but that's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to learn from each other on a level that doesn't, that's going to stretch your mind a little bit, all right? So Huberman Lab is a really good guy. He talks about how your eyes go directly to your brain, and they really use, like, your retinas use your optimal functions to kind of regulate your nervous system, okay? So that's one thing. It can also help like your organ function. So if you're struggling with like digestion, if you're struggling with your periods, you're struggling with anything, try to get more time with the sunrise and the sunset, okay? And that could honestly make you start feeling more refreshed. This could be a tip that you could share with your people as well. So why I'm talking to you about this is because all of this stuff is gonna be making an impact on your business like long term, all right? So let's talk about the first season, summer. Who fucking loves summer, right? It's go, 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 it's casual, it's fun. That is directly correlated to your achievement mode. Who wants it to be summer all year round? We're always asking, oh, I need a vacation. How many times have you said that this year? How many times have you said that last year? But here's the thing about summer. It's a season and it serves its purpose. And a lot of times we are trying to live in summer all fucking year round, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to stop swearing. But what that does to your brain and your body is it honestly puts you in an expectation of suffering. So if you are constantly trying to be in an achievement stage in summer where you're go, 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 you are honestly setting yourself up for expectations of failure. So we cannot be successful without rest. We cannot be successful without restoration and all these other seasons in our life. So think about it. When we go into like summer, we're preparing, we're getting ready for that, right? We're doing all these things. If we're going into winter, we're also doing that. We're trying to prepare for hats and whatever, all right? So one of the things that you can do if you are in summer, which you will be, because you'll feel like you're in a state of flow. What flow is just your ultimate happiness, you guys. Something that just feels natural to you. For some of you, a lot of you out there, including me, is like dancing around. It could be playing with your kids. It could be running. It could be doing puzzles. It could be drawing. So one of the things that you can do to maximize the state of summer in your life, because it is a season, it is not something that you need to do all year long, is find that area of flow and start doing it 30 minutes a week. So there's a guy named something Cutter. It's not Jake. I forget this guy's name. He's a big personal development person, and basically what he shares is that like the more you're in a flow state and the more that you practice that, the more you're gonna have flow in every other area of your life. So what my tip for you to do today and this whole week is, if you want more flow, you got to practice more flow. So I know that seems counterproductive because we're sitting here and we're like, we got to do power hours and we got to send out our invites. But if something you're doing makes you feel good and makes you have fun, you're going to get more of that in your life. It's really very, very simple energetically. So if you like to dance, you got to do 30 minutes a week of dance. More is better. okay? If you like to sing, do 30 minutes of singing. More is better. You like to draw. I'm looking at you, Sheila. So, yeah, Hooverman guy. Totally. Hi, Bree. Sorry, I'm looking at all these comments. All right, so do more flow. That's my advice for you for seasons, okay? So again, like, I know it seems counterproductive, but more is gonna be better. Now let's go into fall, because this doesn't need to be in every season. And mind you guys, when I talk about all these seasons, because we're women, they can happen in a day. You can be in a season for 12 hours. You can be in a season for 3 weeks. You can be in a season for months, depending on how emotionally intelligent you are. I'm not intelligent right now because I can't even think of the right words. Just kidding. But all right, let's move on into fall. So fall is more of like, when we think of fall, it's like the harvest, the gathering, the changing of nature. And this is one of my favorite seasons. But this is where in your life, how it correlates to where you're going to be at is that you're trying to gather things. Like you're trying to gather maybe advice from people, or you're looking for support, or you are looking for things to release in your life. So this activity that I'm gonna give to you is awesome. And it's something that's super powerful that people want to ignore. Okay? So in the season of fall, imagine letting go of things. You're going to be completing a cycle. So you're going to be saying goodbye to stuff. You got to be really honest with yourself in fall. Because think about it this way. If a tree is holding on to leaves, that just doesn't make sense, right? The tree is designed to let things fall. It's designed to allow things to be released back into nature. So if you are in another state where you're feeling depressed or anxious, or you're suffering, or you're killing yourself about something that's not happening in your business, because again, guys, this is a business call, you are probably resisting releasing something, okay? So one of the activities that I want you to try to do is do 1 hour a freaking week of this. And this is a reflection thing. Okay, but it's basically going to, and you have to write it down. All right, so you're gonna do at least 1 hour. Now you can break it up, sit down for 1 hour, and I would recommend that, but I realize that that's not always available to people's schedule or their time. So if you need to break it up into 10 minutes a day for a week, or 15 minutes a day over, a course of the time, what you're gonna do is try to imagine completing a cycle of anything. This could be, resisting anything that you need to let go of. So it's going to be something like, try a practice, and it's going to say, you're going to gently repeat this question to yourself over and over again. You're going to say, what can I release? And every time you ask yourself that, you want to get really fucking deep. So you want to take a deep breath and say, what do I need to release right now? What can I release? It could be something as simple as a toxic pattern in your life, which isn't always simple. Maybe it's a goal that's way too lofty for you right now. Like you're like, I want to make 6 figures, but you realize that it's going to take a lot of work to get there. Maybe it's a limiting belief. Maybe it's that you don't think you're smart enough or resourceful enough, or that you're doubting yourself being a business owner. Maybe it's your reliance on sugar or caffeine to change your mood because you feel depleted. Or maybe it's because you think you're a bad parent, or you're too messy, or your relationships feel really whack right now. So you're going to sit down for 1 hour in a week. And why you're doing this is because people that write things down, you guys, there's like research that shows that people that sit down and write for 10 to 15 minutes a day are happier and more successful, and they find that they can resolve problems easier than people who do not. I don't know what the statistic is exactly, but I believe it because I know what I feel like before journaling and after. So gently repeat to yourself, dive into your deepest fear. What do I need to release right now? What do I need to release right now? And when you guys do that, I want you to share it with me or share it with goal getters. this can be a very emotional thing, but it's something that we don't stop and do. And it is part of the cycle of who we are. We cannot be in summer all the time. We have to go through fall. And it doesn't have to be in order. Keep that in mind. So be honest with yourself. Get deep with this. This is important. It's important for your business. It's important for your family. It's important for your clients and your customer. And here's the thing. Once you get there, identifying what you need to release is half the work. So now you know where you're heading, and you intuitively, all of you will know what to do to release that. Okay? So it's pretty deep, but it's good. All right, now we're going to talk about winter. So winter is more of another thing that's in like reflection and depth. So what's cool about winter is what? It's like all the colors are gone. Everybody kind of dreads it. Some people find a lot of beauty in it. I happen to, I didn't before until I realized that it's kind of like a clearer view of what's happening. I think all of us felt like we were in this really long stage of winter for a really long time. That pandemic, that lockdown forced us to look at things we did not want to see. We looked at it like, oh my God, I have all this time to do stuff. But many of you probably felt stuck. I know I did. I was like, why am I not creating content? Why am I not happy? Why am I not excited? Because that time in our lives, you guys, was designed and brought here for all of us to look at the things that were whatever. But in winter, what's beautiful about that is part of it is like, it feels a little bit harsh. It feels cold. It feels different. Relationships sometimes tend to feel cold. Like, you maybe notice the things that you never noticed before. It feels like you are maybe at a point in your life that feels extremely uncomfortable. That is your sign to sit in discomfort. We are so prone to finding things that put us back in summer. Do you see what I'm saying? And if we lived in a world where the world was constantly forcing to go back to summer, we'd all be really confused. And most of us would be really unhealthy. So understand that this perpetual summer complex that you have built in your mind is actually toxic to you, and it's toxic to your business. So this is why it's important that you share this type of thing with your clients. You know what I'm saying? So one of the secrets to being successful is like this period of winter where you're kind of like reflecting and recovering from what you just went through, pushing ourselves. I'm reading some of the notes that I had, but one of the things that you can do that we practice all the time, if you're in the growth project, or you'll see Lindsay is really good at this and Amanda's awesome at it, all you leaders, I think everyone on here like meditates, right? Where are my meditators at? Is that a word? So one of the things that I want you to practice in the season of winter, and again, you guys, this can show up for days at a time. This can show up at 12 hours in your day. It could show up for an hour. Practice a state of meditation and breath work. So what it does is it calms down your nervous system so you can get out of a state of go. And it's not always going to be comfortable, but is necessary for your brain to catch up from the spring and the letting go and the summer. Because that's what we're going to talk about spring next. But it's important that you slow down your nervous system and your brain so you can enjoy this season. So you're going to sit in like a comfortable position. You can throw on some music. If you ask Alexa or just Google something, just basically look up like a meditation music, or it could be even a song you like. Sometimes we overcomplicate meditation and we think that our brains are supposed to stop. You guys, that's not how it works. Our brains have been actively working in one way or another for years. Most of us are around our 30s, 20s to 40, 50. You cannot just stop your thinking. So do yourself a favor. Sit in a comfortable position with your legs crossed or lying down. Sometimes this means that your body needs to fall asleep. That's okay. But what you're going to do is close your eyes, and you can kind of do it with me right now if you want to practice. But close your eyes and take deep breaths. This is important when it comes to meditation, and you're able to get deeper is when you learn about breath work. You're going to close your eyes, and to calm down your nervous system, you're going to use the most simple thing, and that's your breath. You're going to deep breath in your nose for 4 seconds. and you're going to hold it there for 3, and you're going to breathe out for like 5 or 6, whatever feels natural to you. So you're going to breathe out longer than you breathed in. And what you'll notice, and most of you, I'm just reminding you, some of you already know this stuff, but breathing in your nose helps you to get this belly contraction. So if you're breathing from your chest, it's totally okay. I was breathing from my chest for 35 years. But once you're breathing in your diaphragm, you're actually circulating more oxygen that allows you to become more emotionally intelligent, more resilient in life, have less anxiety, less depression. There's so many benefits to this. So you're going to take those deep breaths and you're going to sit there and inhale. And when you're inhaling, you're thinking positive things. So you're thinking about, dang, I just went through a rough season. You're thinking about, I'm a badass. Whatever makes you feel good. I made an awesome dinner tonight. My kid gave me a compliment and told me that they loved me. My husband looked hot today. Whatever it is, you're going to think positive things as you're inhaling in, and as you're breathing out, you're literally exhaling any negativity. Hold on 1 second, sweetheart. What's up? I'm just on a call right now. I'm talking about meditating. Ava likes to meditate with me. So when we're exhaling, almost picture that like black smoke where you're completely exhaling any negative. So self-sabotage is one thing that we forget, whether they're limiting beliefs, whatever it is, okay? So most of you know this. Thank you for sticking with me. For the people that do this, but it's a great reminder that, 20 minutes a day, at least 3 days a week doing this is going to impact your life, okay? So this is your winter season. It's going to prevent you from frazzling and burning out. And, it's a time of reflection. It's really important not to be in summer in go mode and just slow down, okay? Last but not least, what am I, like 20 minutes in here? Okay, you guys good? Gabby Bernstein has a great book to help overcoming limiting self-beliefs. Beer is called May. Oh, I haven't read that one yet. I thought she said someone else after him. I think she's talking about Huberman Guide. Yes. I was talking about Huberman. He's called Huberman Lab, and he's amazing on Instagram. Go follow him. Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk. Some of the stuff came from there. Okay, you guys all with me? Let's do it, like shake it out. I feel like I'm talking like crazy. It's good. I love you guys. All right. So the last thing we're going to do is talk about spring. And spring is a time for like renewal and rebirth, you guys. I love spring. Actually, it's one of my favorite seasons. I think it's one of the seasons that I'm in right now. It's a desire for newness. This is a part that directly reflects in your business where you're like learning new stuff. So if it's you're learning a new fitness program, like we're all learning about Let's Get Up right now. We're all learning, you're learning from me, maybe some stuff that you haven't had before. But this is a time to like, you're kind of like using your childlike curiosity and your imagination. This is important because what it does is spring actually helps you prepare for summer. It helps you prepare for winter. Do you see what I mean? How these cycles of life are kind of like directly correlating with each other. You're getting new connections, new insights. So if you're thinking about spring relating to your business, this is when you're like, all of a sudden you feel like adding people to your network. You haven't done that in a while. You're like, dang, this feels good. I want to connect with new people because you're ready for that. Embrace that. Accept where you are. And, it's like one of the things that you can do for this when you're in this state is use one of your clients because you can do this with a person too. Like if you want to deepen your relationships, this is a time to do that. This is a time for being an active listener and straight up learning. We tend to go, and all the time we forget to listen. We forget to listen to our partners. We forget to listen to our kids. And once we can find this balance and accept our stage where we're like, wow, I was a really good listener today, this is where the magic happens. So this activity for you guys is going to be something along the lines of sitting down and asking one of your clients that maybe you see as a potential coach. Maybe you see them as like somebody who's going to start a business and you're just a pay it forward person, or you're really trying to recruit and rebuild your team right now. start asking them some questions. Get somebody on the phone once in a while. We often sit in our inbox and we're like just typing away or sending voice messages, and we want people to hear us because we want them to be excited about what we're doing. Be an active listener and maybe ask them like 3 questions about themselves. Here's some that I wrote down for you guys. So what's something you wish more people knew about you? Wouldn't that feel good if somebody asked you that? You'd be like, oh, thanks, man. And you just sit there and you listen. And I'm going to tell you why you're listening too. And then the next question could be, what's a point of view that you wish more people saw? Right? And you're going to listen. And then the third is what drives or motivates you. Right? And because you're in that active listening stage, you are probably going to learn a new perspective that maybe you haven't. And that's really important for your growth and development, because if you're not growing, man, you're dying. So, again, you can take some time to reflect and learn these things and really just enjoy someone else for a moment, you guys. This is where it happens. The magic of our business, anybody on this call will tell you, is the magic of relationships. And people never, ever remember what you were wearing at the end of the day on their deathbed. They remember how you made them feel. So remember to take care of you. And that this part of actively listening is also showing compassion for others, right? So to recap, the last question here, I can write them down for you guys. I have them written right here. What's something you wish more people knew about you? What's a point of view you wish more people saw? I'm going to put this in the chat. And what drives or motivates you? Hold on. Let me put it in the chat here. Okay. All right. So we got a little bit of summer where you're go, go, go. You're in the state of flow. Rhyming. What? So ghetto. Spring is where you're learning. And I'm saying these out of order purposely to mess with your brain a little bit. You're learning, you're listening, you're asking questions. You got that curiosity like a child. Fall is where you're letting go. You're letting go. And then winter is reflecting and restoring. And that's your meditation piece. All right? Fall, you're getting deep, doing that little activity and exercise. And, you know, I guess I wanted to interact you guys because I've been talking your ear off for 30 minutes. And I wanted to keep this short and sweet. I hope this helps you. But I really wanted to ask you guys what you think, like other ideas, because I want this to be interactive, where like each of these could apply to our business, because I feel like once we talk about this together, like it can really help us, because I didn't have the time to like put all these slides together. I normally like to be like over the top, and I'm like, you know what, this information needs to be put out there. And like, I think it would be kind of fun as a team to be like, oh, I'm in spring. I'm listening to people right now, or, you know, whatever, and just kind of share that with the team and accept where you are, that it's okay to have a season where you're not freaking on all the time. You're not going to be in summer. So just again, if you're feeling off balance, you guys, remember that the best tool that you have is your breath, and that you can go watch the sunrise and sunset, at least if it's one day a week. Rebalance yourself, rebalance your life. Remember to accept where you are and forgive yourself for anything harsh that you're going through. Gabby Bernstein, all these people that we're talking about. And don't forget to ask for help if you need it ever. That's a huge one too. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on anything. If there's something that you think that like really stuck out to you, I'd love to hear it. Or if there's like a part of the business that I maybe didn't say and you guys think is like something where you're letting go, I don't know, that could even be like letting go of like ranks and goals and money. Whew, it's all deep, isn't it? Does this help you guys at all? I hope. Yeah?
It was great, Carly. I will speak since I haven't been on here forever. But I am probably also just finished winter into spring, and it's been really emotional. And I finally realized, like, with the divorce that I went through, I didn't need to lose myself because I lost that. I needed to lose that to find myself. And here I am finding myself again. So I'm really, really excited about this season, but also just a whole lot of emotions with it. So, but you'll be seeing me a little bit more. I'm trying to get back to confident appearing, Sheila, but my mental state is way more there. So I focused on that this last year, and is still actively healing it. But I'm here, and I'm thankful that you guys are all still here with me. So
You're awesome.
For me, I love you all.
Yeah, we all are. And don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, everybody, it's so much
I
easier
know,
to
that's
say
what Ryan
that.
keeps saying.
Yeah, it's
Same,
a difficult process, though. I mean, I still
Yeah.
do it all the time. I'm sitting here telling it. It's so much easier to say than it is to do. And that's why I shared one of those meditations. This is another thing. Like, we all get energy from each other. So if there's something that you're doing and, like, you discovered that day, like, share it with the team, you guys. Don't hold that to yourself, because you never know who needs to hear that day.
Well, and that is what, like, Lindsay did. She shared that Melissa, Sugadori or something like that. I don't know. And that's who, like, I felt like I'm connected to, like, and that's what I'm getting back to, feeling my, like, feminine energy. And it's just really cool to open up that side of me again, that I don't know why I closed it, but it's coming back.
It's coming back. It went through a season of something.
Whatever.
Right.
Anyway.
I love it. That's awesome, Sheila.
Yeah.
Thanks. You're amazing. You guys are all amazing.
Thanks. You're right, too.
I love it.
This is perfect timing, because I literally have planned to, like, watch the sunset and watch the sunrise while I'm here. And, like, I was for those of you that don't know, I'm in San Diego right now. I just got here today, but I was in Sonoma the last 5 days with my girlfriends, who are a lot of energy, and it's a lot of drinking and a lot of dancing and a lot of fun. And, and I planned purposefully to come to San Diego for 2 days to reset after that. So it's like just perfect timing that then you're doing a call on exactly what I'm doing. So, like, don't be selfish to take that time, or be selfish, to take that time for yourself if you need it, because we all need it. Even if you can't get to San Diego, but, like, go to a hotel, like, go somewhere, send your kids away, whatever, send your husband away, and, like, take that time for yourself, because it is needed so desperately.
Oh my God.
For so many of us.
I love it. Yeah, and it's totally okay. Everyone thinks you're selfish. That's awesome, Amanda. I get you right now. We all get you. We're like, man, Amanda knew. But I feel like I always feel guilty when I plan vacations. I used to anyways. Now I don't. Like, no. You need to. And accept where you are. Go by yourself. Even if it's for, like, a fucking day, man. Like, just go.
And if you've never traveled alone, I highly recommend it. So many people have never done it before. It is so liberating and freeing, and
life-changing.
Feels good. Yeah.
Love it.
The first time I ever did it was Denver, and then I moved there. So
just saying.
Life can change from a solo trip.
To ask you, Amanda, where in San Diego are you? What beach are you at?
I'm at Pacific. So there's the Crystal Pier right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live right there. But it's awesome. Enjoy it. It's beautiful. You can just, like, walk to the beach every day.
Yeah. Thanks.
Jill, thanks for sharing it with us. Like, we're all, like, creeping on you. Just walking on the beach. Freaking awesome. I love it. Oh my
I
god.
feel guilty. I live right by the beach, and I don't go to the beach enough. But it's like, cause I live in San Diego, so it's like it's always accessible to me. So then I'm like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll just do it
Yes.
tomorrow. But I'm gonna go to the beach tomorrow.
I love it.
Actually do it. So
Bree.
it felt really good to be on this call, though. I haven't seen any of your faces in like forever. So
No. Brew, we go way back. Went to
Yeah.
our first summit together. I will always be
I
connected to
know.
Bree.
I know.
I love it.
So next year there will be a summit.
And go to the beach for all of us. How about it, you guys?
All right.
Will you promise?
I'll send you guys video then.
And maybe we can all like share a picture of like the sunset this week or something. Like maybe I'll do some follow-ups. Would that be kind of cool? Like we could all like
Yeah.
do like sunrise and sunset and like almost plan it. Because you kind of do have to plan that, right? Like look it up.
I already did set my alarm for the sunrise tomorrow.
Yay! Oh man, we're gonna be so balanced, you guys. It's gonna be amazing. And then something will happen in the middle of the day. We'll be like, ah! Which is normal. Just reminding you all of that. It's all a journey. Right? Triggers. Oh my gosh. Spruha, I was thinking about you. I'm like, I bet you know all about Ayurvedic medicine, and we've talked about that.
Yeah. Yes, I do know some. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I know a little bit about it. Yeah, just growing up, being a little bit part of like my, daily life, and going to temple every day, and being a Hindu and stuff like that. Being raised Hindu, so
I'm jealous.
yes, definitely. There's all sorts of stuff. I mean, like you can eat an Ayurvedic diet. You can read Ayurvedic texts. You can live an Ayurvedic lifestyle. It's very much it's a lifestyle essentially.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So,
They were saying something about like eating foods for the season too, and I wonder how that would directly. But like even just sharing that with like your clients more often, like because it's gonna help their bodies like process what's going on right
for
now.
sure. Yeah.
And
It does make sense. It does make sense too, because I mean, like, just like, for instance, when you're on your cycle, you're lacking iron because of all the blood loss. So it's kind of like, that right there that's a cycle, that's a season. Even within 1 month, you're going to have a season of life. So,
yes.
definitely, even in a much more simple kind of like biological way.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that.
Love it. You're awesome.
Thanks, you too.
Anybody else got anything? Hi, Ava. Yeah, when I'm off my call. I love you. Want to say hi?
I'm trying to find this Huberman person on Instagram, and I can't find them.
You want to say hi? Okay, I think it's actually Hubr. Huberman Lab is his name. And Andrew Huberman is his name.
Thank you.
Did you see him? Andrew Huberman. He's a good looking dude.
I'm getting there.
Here's Ava. Also, I know a lot of you are like moon people. It's a full moon, so I wanted to do like if nobody else has anything, I was just gonna do like a quick like affirmation thing and like remind you guys all, if you have any crystals, or really it doesn't matter if you have crystals or whatever. You can get into this stuff at any time, even if you don't know about it, right, Ava?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're smashing me down.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't.
Okay, baby. Hold on one second. So what I was gonna say is like one of the things that's kind of fun to do is like take a jar of water, in like a mason jar of water, and put it outside and like drink that the next day and feel like the energy from the moon. That's kind of something fun to do. If you don't believe in this stuff and you think it's weird, totally cool too. I just feel things intentionally. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a water sign, but I wanted to share some affirmations with you, unless anybody else has anything, because I don't want to keep everybody on forever. And you're gonna do the moon water night? Yes. I feel it's so important to share something from all your seasons, not just share happy and light message. Yes. Sometimes people need to hear what you're going through in the winter and the fall and spring can help you grow your business and also help people feel like they're not alone. My child is sleeping, so I don't want to talk loud. Hey, that's awesome. And you're so right, because this is kind of like going back to like making an impact in your business. I really do this in my business. One of the things that I stopped doing, Natasha, thank you for bringing this up, is feeling guilty about where I'm at. I know that sounds really selfish, but once you start reading about codependency and guilt and you start letting go of a lot of that stuff, everything in life is a spiritual journey. I know a lot of us don't want to always recognize that or accept it, but like I used to feel guilty that I wasn't in summer all the time, whether it was because of my team, because I was letting somebody down. The only freaking person that you owe anything in this life to is yourself. You can't be a better version of yourself unless you are accepting where you are. You don't owe anyone an apology for having a rough day where you need to lay in bed for 12 hours. You don't owe anybody anything. If you feel the need to apologize because like you were honestly rude or whatever, that's fine. But please do not make yourself so available to other people and clients and your family, your spouse. Express your needs and wants. Do what's best for you. This does not make you selfish. It makes you a natural born leader. It allows you to be who you are, and it allows you to find so much inner peace and be a better person and even be more compassionate because you're taking care of yourself. I know right, you only have to keep up with yourself. It's freeing not to being human, it's freeing to think of not being human in summer all the time, not being able to keep up. Yes, totally. Everything is energy. You attract the energy you give. I love it. Yes. You guys are awesome. We all get each other. So great. But for real, it's a long process. Probably took a lot of seasons of, fall, letting go stuff to do that. Lots of hours. It's okay to disappear, you guys. One of the things that Lindsay wanted to share, though, is like she said, because I was like, Lindsay, what do I talk about on this call? And she's like, you know what? You're really good at like, just you continue to show up, even if it's just on social media. So I will say that there is some impact in like what Natasha just said in this chat is it's so important. Like, even if you are in a season of like release or you're just burnt out, like then just share quotes about being burnt out. Because it's going to resonate with somebody else and they're going to feel more human. Even if it's like morbid, weird stuff. I mean, people follow me because I share whatever is on my mind that day. I don't necessarily explain why I'm sharing it. I don't have to explain why I'm sharing it. But my store is always open. My business is always open. So leave that door open. Don't fall off the face of the earth. Just go through your season and love yourself through it. That's all that matters. You're not going to love every part of you, but that's your job to figure out why you don't love it. Get deep, you know? The moon is amazing. Okay, cool. Oh, you guys are the best. All right, do you guys want to do an affirmation or does anybody else have anything to share? Okay. We're going to do this. I'm all about the affirmations. All right. So, hold on. I'm just pulling up my little, okay, so we're gonna say this first. All right, so everybody kind of take a deep breath for me. Breathe in through your nose, 4 seconds, hold it in for 3, 2, 1, and breathe out. Do it one more time. And for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let it all out. Like that black smoke. Okay. I'm going to read this to you and then I'm going to have you guys repeat after me. You can either say it in your head or say it out loud, whatever you want. I am now choosing to cleanse myself and release any and all thought forms, beings, situations, and energies that are no longer of service to my highest and greatest good. across all planes of my existence, across all universes, across all lifetimes. I ask that all energies that are less than love be transmuted for the highest good of all. You are luminous. All right? Okay. So, repeat after me. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I am successful and in alignment with my higher purpose. I am successful and in my alignment with my higher purpose. The universe is conspiring to fulfill my dreams. The universe is conspiring to fulfill my dreams. I attract opportunities every single day. I attract opportunities every single day. I am lovable. I am lovable. I am so worthy of love. I am so worthy of love. I am always able to create money when I need it. I am always able to create money when I need it. And the last one, all of my needs are fulfilled. All of my needs are fulfilled. All right, one last one. I love me. One more time. I love me. Love it. That's it, you guys. Ah. All right. I didn't want to make anyone emotional, but we need so much love for each other. I'm so thankful for you guys. I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad you came. Anybody have anything? No? All
I
right.
love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you so much. This was so great.
Yes. Oh, can someone take a picture?
I took a boomy already,
Did you? Okay.
but I'll take a picture.
All right. I know I'm not Lindsay. I probably should be talking about business things, but you know, sometimes we just need therapy sessions.
Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2,
There.
3.
Jeez. Amanda, am I forgetting anything? No? We got any team
No,
stuff?
it was so good. I loved it.
Oh, good. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I do have some of this recorded, so I'm going to post it. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a great day. Ava, you want to say bye or great night?
Good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Have a
Love
good
all
night.
y'all. Thank you, Carly.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. One more.
Thanks, babe.
What are you going to do now?
Oh,